the words past the time. I was out of Kleenex. If you take a girl out, do you expect sex? If she take her titties out, do you expect checks? If she take her titties out, do you expect checks? First visit, I gave her a pearl necklace. Next visit, I'ma need your girl necklace.
Welcome live to the Teepee podcast.
Astroworld.
We're
concert.
live here in Houston at the Astroworld concert.
It's a great time to be here.
Great time.
It's a great time to be here.
Great time. Great time.
You hear that?
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, there's people running all over each other.
Bro, what the why is the fence falling? What the?
Holy shit, there's fucking blood everywhere.
Bro, whoa.
Oh my god! This is episode 5 of the Teepee podcast.
Live from Houston.
From Houston, Texas. H-Town.
H-Town, Texas.
This would be a good episode to have Matt on.
Yeah.
Because he's from Houston.
And probably like
Do you know
rap
he's from
music.
Houston?
He is?
Yeah.
Black person's not from Houston.
But the culture of it.
I like Houston. I went to...
I've never been to Houston.
The Oklahoma State bowl game last year was in Houston, and I went, and it was nice. I went to like this like Mediterranean like grocery store. It was pretty cool.
That sounds pretty foreign.
It was pretty good.
What is Mediterranean pizza?
I don't know. It was just like fucking basil.
Just basil, no crust,
I don't fucking know.
no sauce.
It just said Mediterranean.
They just put a plate of basil in front of you.
Yeah, it's fucking. They're like
it's like
basil and then like raw dough.
Like, you know what we eat in Greece? Nothing. Greece, nothing. We're poor.
I feel like Greece isn't that poor.
Isn't Mediterranean weird? Shouldn't they just call it Greek? Isn't that what Mediterranean is?
Yeah, that's like 95%. I would say like the other is like poverty, like wood huts, but who knows?
Mediterranean is such a general term because that could be anywhere.
But who knows?
Mediterranean is such a general term because that could be anywhere from Spain to fucking like Jerusalem, or I mean, I guess not but Israel, because it's just all those countries.
Like, would you consider just like around like the Mediterranean Sea, the Mediterranean?
I think that's what's to be, but it's mostly Greek food.
Yeah.
When you have like Italians, Spanish is Spanish, and then there's like Middle Eastern, which I'm sure gets more complicated once you get out of like the American side of it.
Yeah, but then you also have like Egypt and like Libya.
Yeah, I mean that's like Middle East though.
Yeah, I would say Egypt is kind of like a thing of its own. Like,
I think.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say they're like.
Because the Middle East is Asia, Africa, and Europe.
Yeah.
The only European country I believe is Turkey. But then with Africa, I want to say it's Egypt, Libya, and maybe Tunisia. Like
Too south.
Too south.
South. I don't know, but like so you think like Middle Eastern, you think of like Iraq, Iran, you know, like. Mm-hmm. But then like you don't really think of like Egypt. I'd say like it is like Middle Eastern, but then also it's like.
What do they eat in Egypt? Is it like what you would think? Is it like what's the bread? Pita bread and hummus.
Food. Shawarma, hummus, stuff like that.
Is it shawarma chicken?
I think so.
Rice stuffed vegetables, grape leaves, hummus, falafel, Yeah, that's pretty much Middle Eastern food, though.
Yeah,
that's what you would think of.
I guess their culture is a lot different, though, because it's not about suicide bombings. It's more like.
I think ISIS is
not about suicide bombings. It's more like.
I think ISIS is in Egypt.
I feel like ISIS isn't everywhere in the Middle East, though.
Well, I know there's like a section of it that's like in sub-Saharan. It's like You ever heard of ISIL?
No.
Never heard of ISIL? It's like a branch of ISIS. Never heard of ISIL?
No.
Never heard of ISIL? It's like a branch of ISIS, but I think they're in like the Congo.
Interesting. How do you think the pyramids were made?
By Jewish slaves.
You don't think aliens did it?
No. I mean, I could believe it, I guess, but I don't believe it.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot like saying how they did it. Or not like a lot, but like
It's
enough.
When you say like see this shows like Ancient Aliens kind of make me mad because it's like the way they say it makes sense, but it's all sense. Like, do you think we've been to the moon?
I mean, yeah.
But like, if you actually had someone explain to you why we haven't been to the moon, it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But it's just the way people explain things. It's like
because like
using certain logic in it.
Yeah, and like certain like photos taken out of context. Like, have you seen like the one where like the tread of
Or it's like something about the flag waving. Like
it's zero. Like how
I don't remember what they said about it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, but anyway.
But it's like I believe we went to the moon though, even though there's like all these people saying this. I think it's just with the aliens though, like when you're like, well, we think humans did this because of ability, or if you actually look at like historical accounts and anthropological? No, how do you say it?
Isn't anthropology
Anthropological.
Anthropological?
I don't
fucking know.
Whatever it is. The guy did in Friends. It was that.
Bitch and complain.
Well.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know, because especially like now, like we've sent like multiple people to space. Like, no way we haven't gone to like the moon.
Isn't it weird that we haven't sent someone to space in like 50 years?
Yeah.
Manned trips to the moon, or not to space, but to the moon, I guess.
Yeah.
We've been to space a lot, but we haven't sent someone to the moon since like the 70s.
I know. Do you think there's something on the moon?
You ever watch what is that? Is it like Apollo 18?
13, I think it is. I think it's Apollo 13.
There's Apollo 18.
13, I think it is. I think it's Apollo 13.
There's I think Apollo 13 is the one with Tom Hanks. It's not that one.
It's like the scary one?
Yeah, the scary one.
I've never seen it, no.
Let me see it. Movie. Yeah, Apollo 13's the one. Yeah, Apollo 13's the one with Tom Hanks. I think it was Apollo 18. Let me see. Yeah, Apollo 18.
I haven't seen it, but I remember the preview for it was always on Adult Swim at like...
Fucking weird.
Yeah, but it would be that, and I would always be like freaked out because I was like 14, like staying up till like midnight. I'm like, what the fuck?
I've seen some of the shows that are on there. I'm like, how the fuck, or who the fuck watches this? Like,
bro, there are some great ones. Billy's.
And not even. It's like worse than Squidbillies. So I've seen Squidbillies. I think it's stupid, but they have some
Teen
fun.
Hunger Force.
That one's pretty bad.
That way.
What was the one like? Have you ever heard of Pickles?
Yeah,
like the one about the dog.
Like
yeah,
the
like
demonic dog. Yeah, it's on. Yeah,
like the one about the dog. Yeah,
the
like
demonic dog. Yeah, it's on Hulu now.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking weird. Like, who watches this shit?
I agree with that shit.
But yeah, I think. That movie, the Apollo 18, though. It's like the mission to the moon they did. It's like the mission to the moon they didn't record. Because they went to the moon. It was like they went to the moon and they found aliens and everyone died, so they had to cover it up.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What conspiracy theories do you believe in, if any? What conspiracy theories do you believe in, if any?
Well, the thing with conspiracy theories is a lot of them are true in a way, but, like, it's kind of the way, like, it's people think that fucked up shit happens because people made it happen. But I think more of it fucked up shit happens and then people take advantage of that. Like, one conspiracy theory is that, like, the government and big businesses planned COVID so that... Because you know how, like, a lot of small businesses have gone out of business from COVID?
Yeah.
And, like, places like Amazon has made way more since all the other small businesses had to close down.
Yeah.
Some people are like, well, I think that Amazon, the elites in the world, like Jeff Bezos, planned and created the coronavirus so that all these small businesses could go out of business. I was like, well, I think he did take advantage of a fucked up situation.
Yeah, stuff like that.
What about JFK? You think JFK was shot? Or by Oswald? Or you think it's someone else?
I think okay, that I don't know. I've seen some stuff where I don't think it was Oswald, but it definitely could be.
I don't know. I heard some stuff like Moscow, like a month before he killed Kennedy.
Fuck.
Yeah. So I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Russians or even the CIA were involved in it, because they're saying like the CIA may have been involved because they hated Kennedy.
Yeah. Do you think Kennedy actually died that day?
It's like Lincoln died, like he didn't die that night. I think he died like the next day after he was shot because he was like still alive. They were just trying to fucking like resuscitate him.
Yeah. Well, QAnon thinks he's coming back, so JFK.
Did you say that to me or?
Yeah, I was telling you about that earlier. I didn't like go into depth.
Nowadays.
Isn't like all of Kennedy's like children dead? Like
yeah, there's like a thing around them where like one of them had a lobotomy and then all the other ones have died. Like two of them got assassinated. And
one like died in a plane crash.
Yeah, I don't remember how they all died. Let me see. How old would? I don't remember how they all died. Let me see. How old would? Oh shit! I forgot to put a space. How old would?
Do you think maybe there's a secret and they're all alive?
See, I just I think that would cost too much money. Money.
Yeah.
Alright, let me see. When did he die? 1963. So, we'll see. How old was JFK when he died? We need to hire somebody just to look our shit up for us while we're talking. Like M. Dillon has Avery. So he's 46. So, calculator.
So 50. It's been 58 years since he got shot.
58 plus 46. He'd be 104 years old.
Hey, you never know. He could still be alive. Look at Biden.
I mean, isn't the fucking what's his name? Who was president in the 70s? Peanut farmer. Oh my god, I should know.
Peanut guy from the commercials.
He's from Georgia. I know every fact about him. Carter. President Carter. I know every fact about him. Carter. President Carter. He's still alive.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think so. Last time I checked. I know Bush. George Bush Sr. died this year or last year.
I think it was last year.
But Jimmy Carter, yeah, he's still... Let me see.
He's only 97, yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive. So, I mean, Kennedy could still be alive. I think he was the youngest president elected ever?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. Because wasn't he only, like...
In his 40s.
Yeah, I was going to say, he was, like, early 40s. So...
Well, the Scott thing's the biggest news we have.
Yeah, it's pretty insane, like, all that happening.
So when I heard about it, my first thought was immediately a shooting.
Yeah, agreed.
Not just a bunch of people like stepping on each other.
Yeah.
But stepping on each other.
Yeah.
But but a lot of it has been like do you hear Travis Scott and Drake got sued for that?
I can see that.
Yeah, they got sued because a big thing people have been saying is we have to he's responsible for the people dying because he knew they were dying and kept on playing.
Yeah, I don't know why Drake's getting sued though.
Because I think he like produced. I think he was one of the producers.
I know he was there and like did like an opening thing and then like left. Fucking went out there, started just dancing. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
But yeah, I guess people are upset that they kept continuing the concert and new people. Because have you been to like concerts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the rock concerts I've been to. They're like, yeah, fucking mosh pit. And everyone, I've been to raves where they're literally carrying out someone who's ODing from fucking bad drugs on a stretcher, and they're just like, hard out to that motherfucker, and then keep on playing their fucking shit, and everyone goes back to grinding on each other.
Well, also in Astroworld, did you see people getting trampled, and then someone was going around injecting people with shit.
Someone's going around with a fucking syringe, Just
that was a big thing. And then fucking apparently, like, if you look at the stage, it's an upside down cross. And people are like,
don't even fucking get me started on that
bro,
shit.
People are like,
don't start with
bro,
that.
people are like grasping at straws trying to like, bro.
That's fucking cute right there. Where the fucking celebrities fucking drink baby blood and worship the devil. Now they're like, Travis Scott worships the devil.
Yeah, see, because like the way the stage is, and like, have you seen like the stage?
No.
Like set. So it's, I'll pull up a picture of it. So like, there's like this giant like circle, and then there's a screen. I'll pull up a picture of it. So like, there's like this giant like circle, and then there's a screen, and then it's like the stage. So it looks like everyone's saying it's an upside down cross to the portal to hell.
But I was like, when people say shit like that, I'm like, yeah, Travis Scott, this millionaire, killed 8 people at his concert for the sacrifice of the devil and took all this public
So
shame.
that's like the front view of it.
Yeah.
So like, and then like the stage comes out, and then like the cross, of course. So
Like, if you want to talk about fucking, I saw Ghost BC in concert, and that's like a satanic band. Like,
yeah.
like I remember when I was 13 years old, I really wanted to see Avenged Sevenfold. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
They're a rock band, but I went to go see them, and Ghost BC opened for them, and their first song, they got up there, and they're like, Lucifer, Beelzebub. I was like, alright.
You're like, okay, now. Fucking step on their face or whatever. Like, then there's like this video of Travis Scott later, like, stopping, and he's like, hey, why is that person on the floor? Get him up.
Yeah, see, like, that's what I see at concerts. So it's hard for me to believe that.
Like,
he was like,
it was planned.
Yeah, or that he was encouraging people to kill each other, and I was just like...
And yeah, do you see like all the ages of the people that like a 10-year-old like was the youngest that died? And like
10-year-old? I thought it was like a 14-year-old.
No, I'm pretty sure it was 10. I can look it up real quick.
I don't know.
Anyway,
most of them were in their 20s.
Yeah,
I think.
but still, like 14 to 10, that's still like, why are you like that young and going to like one of like a Travis Scott concert?
There was a tweet where someone had they posted a picture of their shoes. There was a tweet where someone had they posted a picture of their shoes, and there was like blood all over their shoes, and they were like, had so much fun at the concert.
Yeah, so it was ages from 14 to 27.
That's what I thought. It was like 14.
But there's a 10-year-old in a coma.
A 10-year-old in a coma.
But there's a 10-year-old in a coma.
A 10-year-old in a coma.
From getting trampled on.
So is that like 8.5 deaths?
I guess.
I mean, is coma... Like, I feel like coma's basically being dead. And also being in a wheelchair is basically dead. So if anyone in a wheelchair got killed, in a wheelchair is basically dead. So if anyone in a wheelchair got killed, it should be half of a mortality rate.
Yeah. I don't know. My thing with comas, if like you have to be like manually like breathed for and shit, that's like death. But like if like they're just like not waking up, but like they can still breathe.
You know, like some people
Not waking up, but like they can still breathe.
You know, like some people, when they take them off life support, they're on or they'll like be alive for weeks, just waiting to starve to death.
Yeah.
Because they just take their food tube out, and like some people can breathe on their own, they just can't eat, so they're just fucking sitting there waiting to fucking starve to death. So she was like fucking crazy. Like I remember, she was we always wanted to take her to a psychologist, but she never wanted to go because she was like, I was talking to my dad about this recently. I was like, you know, good thing she's not alive. She would have definitely fucking been part of QAnon. Of like, that's how fucking crazy she was. But we talked to a psychiatrist, and he's like, from what y'all are telling me, she's probably schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So she was like, literally, the whole thing with my grandma is when I was like a little kid, my aunt died. And she, like, it was weird. I think she had died because she, like, suffocated herself on accident on a pillow, or I don't remember exactly what it was. I was so young when it happened. But she kind of broke for it because my aunt was supposed to die. Like, I think the doctors told her she'll be lucky to make it till 10 years old. And she was, like, 34 when she died.
I feel like that's with like every like special ed person.
They're always like, yeah, they're gonna die young.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're gonna die by like 5, and then like 30 years later,
it's always like that.
Yeah, like every like special ed like kid, like parents that I knew, they're all
like relief. They're like, you don't have to take care of this person forever.
but then 30 years pass and the parents are like, I fucking hate that doctor.
Yeah. Well, my aunt had died and my grandma kind of just broke like from it. So she like thought that I think this was her 8th husband, because she fucking got married a lot. So her 8th husband, like, she divorced him, thought he was poisoning her, and he was like a rich lawyer out of Texas, and like a millionaire. And she literally gave everything to him. Like the judge was like, yeah, I'll give you half of his shit, and she's like, like the judge was like, yeah, I'll give you half of his shit, and she's like, I don't want a damn thing from him. And
fuck.
Yeah, and then she just lived with me and my dad for a little bit, but then kept on like, then she thought my dad was trying to poison her. So then and then I guess she kind of lost the mental capacity to feed herself and just kind of starved to death. But like, they were like, someone was like, I smell something weird coming from this room. And then they checked the room like a week after she died and like found her body there. And I was like, oh, God, imagine seeing your dead mom after she died like more than a week later. Because, you know, they always have to have someone identify the body.
Yeah, that's ass.
But yeah, that's how she died, was malnutrition.
I feel like that's one of the worst ways to go.
Yeah.
You're just hungry, then you're just fucking dying.
She wasn't hungry, though. Have, like, the idea to eat food. I guess we've been talking about Alec Baldwin for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Did we start talking about that on the 3rd episode or just the 4th episode?
We talked about it like 2 episodes ago, and then we touched on it again, like an update.
If you heard his quote, he's got a quote about everybody.
All right. Yeah.
Especially, he always seems to kick people when they're down.
Yeah, yeah.
Like who just died? Did you hear about the? It was the big politician who fucking died. He was a Republican. He's basically got us in to go to. He was a black Republican, which is kind of weird. Let me see.
Colin Powell?
Yeah, Colin Powell. Trump was talking shit on him right after he died. I was like, yeah, you wouldn't say that shit when he was alive. But yeah, Trump said, according to Alec Baldwin, he's a cuckoo bird, he's a nut job, and usually when there's somebody like that, you know, in my opinion, he has something to do with it. I honestly think that Trump's just hating on him for
the SNL.
For SNL, yeah.
What do you think Trump does in his like time now? Because like he can't like access any form of.
Yeah.
What do you think Trump does in his like time now? Because like he can't like access any form of social media.
I think he's making his own form of social media.
Is he still doing that?
Well, he made a blog. So he made a blog and no one looked at it. So then I think he was like, I'm going to create a social media where no one gets banned. But I don't know if he's still... He was like, I'm going to create a social media where no one gets banned. But I don't know if he's still doing that. I mean, he's probably just doing what he did before he was president. Fucking hookers and snorting blow.
And making fucking billions.
I think he actually lost money since he was elected president because so many people boycotted his shit.
Yeah.
Since he was elected president because so many people boycotted his shit.
Yeah, no one wanted to fucking... But I feel like now that he's not, I bet he has like separate entities that does business for him.
Maybe, but just so many people hate Trump. Like, there's such a large hate for Trump. Like, imagine going into Los Angeles with a MAGA, probably be, like, lynched.
Yeah.
They would probably fucking, like, throw a rope around your neck and just put you over a telephone pole.
Yeah. But I bet Trump has, like... He has, like, Trump, like, his main business, and then he has, like... What is Trump backwards?
Prumet?
Prumet? And then he has Prumet, his, like, secret company that no one knows about, that does all the business for him.
Oh, my God. Because Trump's a word, like... what does Trump even mean?
Like you trump someone, like you're better than them?
Like you overpower them?
Dictionary. Like you're better than them?
Like you overpower them?
Dictionary.
Let's see what Trump is in, like, Spanish.
Trump means... As a verb, it's play a trump card.
Yeah, because I've heard that's a big one. Yeah. A trump card.
Or by saying you're doing something better.
Trump.
Or by saying you're doing something better.
Trump in Spanish is through info.
Trumpo?
Through info.
But he would never do anything in Spanish.
He could. Okay, let's do Mandarin.
Yeah.
That seems more of his style. Man. How do you spell Mandarin? M-A something? Hold on. Or does it just say Chinese? Oh, it just says Chinese. Okay. It's, let's see.
Wang Pai.
Wong Pai?
Wong Pai?
Wong Pai.
Master.
Is it senpai Japanese, though?
Yeah, it means like master, teacher.
Oh my god, we haven't done any of our sponsors yet.
Let's do one.
Let's do the...
Yeah, let me pull them up real quick.
Have you ever wanted to go to a concert for half off?
I would love to.
You can go to the Astroworld concert for 50% off tickets now.
Damn, that is a steal. Life not included, of course. Because
Yeah, I mean, you have to sign a contract now that says you may be... what's the word?
That's
Stampled?
trampled.
Trampled.
Just I know. I was trying to think too. I was like, what the fuck?
Trampled to death. That might happen, but tickets are only $69.99 now.
So hey.
So that why don't y'all give $69.99 now?
So hey.
So that why don't y'all give Travis Scott a second chance? I mean, he's black, so he deserves it.
That's right. And if you go right now, offer still stands. You get a Travie Patty too.
Oh yeah, man! We don't even talk about that. Travis Scott brought us all McDonald's meals. We don't even talk about that. Travis Scott brought us all McDonald's meals, and now we're all hating on him.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember when like TikTok was just people going to fucking McDonald's playing sicko mode?
Yeah, they're right. You already know why I'm here.
Oh god, I was like... Oh god, I was like... I wonder how many people quit because of that.
They probably just sat there like, what the fuck? Do you know all it was like a McDouble with like barbecue sauce on it?
Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't anything special. Like any of their burgers, there's like, yeah, the Kylie Jenner burger is some stupid shit.
And like they had a J Balvin, some Mexican like, I don't know, EDM artist, I guess. His was like, what was his? His was like a McChicken with like double mayo or some shit. And then they had
god, that's what I needed last time I went to fucking McDonald's because I got a burger and it had no mayonnaise on it.
They had the BTS meal, which was chicken nuggets, but with some Asian sauce.
Szechuan sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the McDonald's sauce. I think they make a joke about that on Rick and Morty, about the Szechuan sauce.
Probably do. Rick and Morty is the most woke TV show out there.
Let's see. Oh, Orange is the new Baldwin.
Where he goes to prison and fights to find inner peace.
And fight off rape. I think he's gonna start. He probably start an acting class and teach all the like people there, like, but you can move to
You can get a job at Walmart with a felony.
Can you? I know someone with a felony, and they told me they couldn't work at Walmart.
Was assault charge not a felony?
It was a drug charge.
No, but you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
He's a fucking manager now. He has a fucking assault charge on him. Is that not a felony?
No, it depends how it gets prosecuted or like what the judge says. But what he explained to me is that it wasn't like, it was like a minor assault charge, like a backhand or something. I guess it would be a minor assault charge. Like, you know, like spitting at someone is an assault charge. If you spit on someone, it's assault. Because it's like the argument behind it is, if you spit on someone, they're probably gonna beat the shit out of you. So don't fucking don't think that they're not gonna fucking punch the shit out of you.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff. Like, you know, if you make like any like sexual like hand gestures to like anyone that could be, like, you know, if you make like any like sexual like hand gestures to like anyone that could be sexual assault.
Really?
Yeah, like, you know, this. Doing the pink one in the stink.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, if I did
That's assault.
If I went up there and did that to, like...
What if I threw salt at somebody? Is salt assault?
Nah, they'll probably just be like, fuck you.
Somebody. Is salt assault?
Nah, they'll probably just be like, fuck you, and slap you or something.
I feel like it'd still be assault.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, we'll cut that part out. Remember?
That's fine.
30 minutes, we'll cut that part out. Remember?
That's fine.
30 minutes, we'll cut that out.
I just had to get a beer.
Yeah, so we're back.
Let's see. I got the sweater weather pack of Samuel Adams.
Yeah.
This is a pumpkin ale.
Is it good?
Try it. It tastes like pumpkin spice. Also tastes like beer.
I do kind of like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
I like that.
For pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
Have you tried my wines?
Do you still have them?
Yeah.
We might try some after the show.
Alright, yeah, I was like, I got my wines. I got pumpkin wine, but it doesn't taste like this. It's not like... So let's see, California high school team had to apologize for their behavior after winning a football game 106-0.
Shit, I saw that, yeah. And it's like, at some point, yeah, they should have stopped scoring.
No, it's not even that. It was, I guess they were like celebrating.
Scoring.
No, it's not even that. It was, I guess they were like celebrating too hard. You know how like in the NFL, they like the players can get flagged
For like taunting and shit.
Yeah, it was like that. I think. I don't know. Like, imagine. I think the other school is actually all trans as part of a mandate. School is actually all trans as part of a mandate from California, and the team was actually coached by Caitlyn Jenner.
So that just shows you that even women as men are still not good enough as real men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole argument on that though is like I used to think, they're like, I feel like trans people do have the right to play sports of the gender they choose, but then someone explained to me, okay, we have women's basketball and we have men's basketball, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, okay, the only reason we have two separate things, like, oh yeah, and they're like, so why wouldn't we treat the trans issue any differently? I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So now I was like, oh, okay, now I get it.
I agree.
But, I don't know, do you think there's enough trans people to have their own league of sports?
I feel like in some...
And Asians together?
Why Asians? Asians are amazing at everything.
Do you know there's like one Asian basketball player?
In the NBA, there's so many more Asian basketball.
What's the famous one?
Yao Ming?
Yeah, Yao Ming.
Yeah, he doesn't play anymore. There's a lot.
Is there more Asian basketball players than there are white ones, though?
I'd say it's like 50-50 split.
Compared to like a 90% black.
Yeah, that's like most sports, though. You go into like...
Not baseball. That's all Dominican.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Let's see. Latins have soccer.
Not even Latin. That's like Mexico or Spaniards.
That's Latin, though.
No, we don't... No one cares about the Latin anymore. It's a dead language.
Latin? Well, that's what... like Latino.
Oh, well, that's different from Latin.
That's what I meant. I guess I meant Latino. Oh. I mean, yeah, like South America, Central America, Latin America.
Literally everywhere else but America is soccer.
Yeah, if it was owned by England or Spain, they're pretty good at soccer, I guess.
Pretty much if they're owned by anything that's not American.
I don't know.
Pretty much if they're owned by anything that's not American.
I don't know. Is Eastern Europe good at soccer? Is there good Eastern European
like
teams?
What's in Eastern Europe?
Like or no, I guess it's the Czechia now. They're called Czechia.
Let me see.
Russia, Romania, Czechia.
Let me see.
Russia, Romania,
Russia's
Poland.
really fucking good.
Russia's really good. Yeah, but they use steroids.
Eastern Europe countries. I mean, the countries themselves might not be good, but let's see here. Ukraine's good. Himself might not be good, but let's see here. Ukraine's good. Hungary is good. Serbia and Croatia always have good people. Albania always has some good people.
Okay, I guess.
Everyone has like Austria and Denmark are always good.
Denmark's not. Denmark's like Northern European, or I would even consider it Western, because Germany's considered Western Europe, and Denmark's just north of Germany.
Let's see. Denmark on a map. Yeah, I'd say it's more.
Can you get a college degree in geography? And that just knowing.
That's also why like a bunch of like football coaches are like geography.
Yeah, probably. I feel like people think history is the most useless subject, so they give it all to the football coaches.
History, I don't know. I feel like history is like good to like tell people about it, but like after that, it's like.
That's what I'm going to college for.
Look, now we're doing a podcast, so.
Yeah, bachelor's I can just teach at the high school here or something. At I don't even know what the high school's called.
Stillwater High School.
Yeah, but what's their mascot?
No, the Pioneers.
The Pioneers. The Pioneers.
Pioneers. It's like a very like TV-esque. Like I went through my senior year. It's a very like TV-esque.
What that means?
It's like the football team. Everyone like sucks them off.
So it's like your stereotypical 80s sitcom high school.
It's like if you play on the football team, they'll suck you off. But like every other sport, they're just like, why the fuck would I play that sport?
I mean, I guess my school, like, football was the big thing at my school, even though we lost, like, I guess my school, like, football was the big thing at my school, even though we lost, like, I think we won maybe one game a year in Bridge Creek. But when we had Ryan Spangler, we were pretty good.
See, fucking, for football for UConn, it was like, we're ass most years, we'd win, like, 3 games, but, like, I don't know. Like Stillwater, they play such like shit people. They think they're like the bee's knees, and then fucking.
Isn't that weird?
What?
The bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
I looked up like the origin of that, and it says it was like just something that started in the 20s. I don't remember.
The bee's knees. The School of Rock.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
I'm pretty sure that's where like I heard it from.
The bee's knees. Maybe. The Bee Movie? That sounds like something they would say in the Bee Movie. Yeah. Oh, here's something for you. The first female and Asian woman was elected to be the mayor of Boston.
We're taking over soon.
So I think it's funny about that, because you know Boston's like notorious for being racist, right?
Yeah, like they're like
like it's like the South, it's like the South and Boston are the most racist places in America.
Yeah, I've been to Boston once.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, you've traveled a lot.
Yeah,
I've never even been to New England. I've been to Washington D.C., but
Boston, it's very like
in D.C., but
Boston, it's very like I don't know. They're kind of like New York. They kind of like have their own language.
Yeah.
They can't really understand what they say half the time.
Did you like their water?
I always had like just like the restaurant water, but I guess.
Yeah, they don't put R's in it.
They don't put what? Restaurant water, but I guess.
Yeah, they don't put R's in it.
They don't put what?
R's in it?
What's R?
Wada.
Fuck.
Isn't Samuel Adams from Boston? Isn't that a Boston beer?
It's a Boston lager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Boston.
Shout out to Boston. Yeah, Boston's weird. But yeah, soon there'll be Asians. We're gonna have, who's the Asian dude running for president? Yang?
Yeah, Andrew Yang.
He's gonna be our president, then
I actually would prefer him as our president than Biden.
I saw this one video, and it's like of people of Coney Island, and this dude like, who's our president? He's like, Byron!
Byron!
He's like, and then the guy's like, President Byron! What do you have to say to him? He's like, give me my stimulus, Byron!
Have you heard of the Let's Go Brandon shit?
Yeah. I think we talked about that last week, didn't we?
Mm-mm. Did we? Yeah, I remember thinking with the last year's election, Biden was like my 6th choice. I was like, okay, I like Tulsi Gabbard, I liked Andrew Yang, I've always been a big Bernie Sanders fan.
Mm-hmm.
I like Let's see, who else was there? Oh, I wasn't a big fan of Elizabeth Warren. Did you know she's from Oklahoma?
Is she really?
Yeah.
Where from, though?
Norman.
Oh, she's
Isn't it weird how, like, different Norman and Stillwater are?
Yeah, like, Stillwater's very, like, country and hick. And
Yeah, it's, like, the most conservative college.
And then fucking Norman has, like, neo-Nazis and stuff.
Norman's probably the most liberal city in Oklahoma.
I remember, like...
Norman's probably the most liberal city in Oklahoma.
I remember, like, it was, like, a year or two ago, but I went there. It was the OU-OSU game, and I went there, and, like, this one building just had a bunch of swastikas, like, spray painted on it. And I was like, what's that? My dad's like, a bunch of neo-Nazis got a hold of it, and I was like...
Jesus, are there, like... Neo-Nazi.
And I went there, and, like, this one building just had a bunch of swastikas, like, spray painted on it. And I was like, what's that? My dad's like, a bunch of neo-Nazis got a hold of it, and I was like...
Jesus, are there, like... Neo-Nazis are conservative, though.
Are they?
Yeah, that's like a that's like a... Well, I mean, it's more associated to Republicans than, like... Like, when you think of, like, the worst form of... the right-winged, it's like Nazis. But when you think of like the worst form of the left-wing, it's like communist Russia.
So it's like, which one would you rather have?
I mean, but to be honest, Russia did kill more people than Nazi Germany did.
Yeah, I feel like people just like think the Nazis, like, you know, like uneducated people always think like Hitler killed the most people. You know, like uneducated people, they'll be like, oh, Hitler killed a bunch of Jews. It's like,
I think he was I want to say he was number 3.
Number 3? I thought it was like 5.
Is it? I know.
Because I thought it was like Genghis Khan.
No.
Or...
Mao Zedong.
Yeah.
From China. And then I think it's Stalin, and I want to say it's Hitler. Let's see. Who killed the most people?
Yeah,
List. Who killed the most people in history? A whole fucking article that I gotta fucking read.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
Oh, that's serial killers. That's like...
Nah, like double digits, not even fucking good people.
Yeah, there was one guy during World War II who I think sniped...
Shit.
Fuck. See, this keeps on pulling up serial killers. Let's see. This was number 1. Yeah, it just says Mao. It doesn't say anything after that. I don't know. I could use to find a list. So yeah, this says Mao Zedong. I don't know. I could use to find a list. So yeah, this says Mao Zedong, and then Joseph Stalin was number 2 on this website. Let's see, number 2 on this website. Let's see. There's one guy who ordered the execution individually of 10,000 people. He's the most of personal executions. And then single... You know, the guy who did the... I feel like, what about executioners? Like people who kill people for a job? Would that count?
But I feel like those people, like, it wasn't, like, recorded.
I don't know. I feel like... do you think it sucks being a... Do you think you'd have, like, PTSD killing people as an like the death row where they fucking shoot them up with fucking whatever shit's gonna kill them?
Yeah, that may... Or, like, fire... When was the last time we had an execution by firing squad?
You know, I actually think it's more recent than you think, because I swear that and it's like not legal, but we won't do it normally. But like someone requested they get shot by a firing squad.
2010.
Yeah, see? You know when the...
Yeah, and the guy said, I would like to be shot. Yeah, firing squad.
You know when the last person in France was executed by a geek? 70s. It was like 1971.
Yeah, but I feel like, because isn't a firing squad only like one guy has a bullet?
used to not be like that. It used to be
Fucking everyone.
they would line up a row of people and then fucking like and just fucking take them out.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how.
What if it was like
They should just fucking. They're probably trying to save money, so they just line them up in a row. Have one fucking pistol.
like, okay, we got five executions today, and they fucking line them up, and it's like a 50 cal.
Yeah, like we had budget cuts, so y'all line up.
They don't like bring them anywhere. They just like walk into their cell, and they're just like pop.
Yeah. You can take.
And they're just like pop.
Yeah. You can take the wrong shot. You just give them a lobotomy. Should we do another sponsor?
Yeah, I guess we're kind of getting close to end of time.
Should we do PA?
My favorite.
Your favorite?
So let's start out why we were gonna have a guest today, and this was gonna be directed. So let's start out why we were gonna have a guest today, and this was gonna be directed towards him because, of course, we won't say
It
names.
was gonna be directed towards him.
Hmm?
I said it was gonna be directed towards him. That's why.
But he had to cancel because he had to go to this right now. PA.
Pedophile Anonymous. If y'all didn't know. PA. Pedophile Anonymous. If y'all didn't know.
Yes, they meet every Tuesday, Thursdays
Every Tuesdays and Thursdays.
from 1 to 4.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, when you have a problem with drinking and you like need to go get help for it. It's like that, but when you have a problem molesting kids.
Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh, should I help myself, or did the court order me to go to this?
Yeah, 98% of the people in PA are court ordered, which is progress, I guess.
I guess. Hey, it was like 90%.
Percent is better than no percent.
That's right. You get 1% better every day. Didn't someone famous say that? Probably.
I don't know, maybe Michael Jackson.
Was it ever like did anyone ever like find evidence he touched those children?
I heard that he didn't actually touch the children. Have them pull down their pants and he would stare into their buttholes. That is what I heard.
And that's how his face got bleached.
No, that's he had a skin condition that made him have like blotches, like weird blotches on his face.
Mm-hmm.
So he just bleached all of his like weird blotches on his face.
Mm-hmm.
So he just bleached all of his skin. Like I don't know if that's what Sammy Sosa did, but
hey, there's a conspiracy theory on that. Maybe Michael Jackson actually died.
I had someone tell me that you bleached his skin white because white people made more money in the music industry. You know, it was like I don't think it works like that, but okay.
I feel like he was making a lot more than most people during his time.
Oh, definitely. He was the king of pop. Like who can you like? What we have? Elvis is the king of rock.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson is the king of pop. Like, who could we say about that for rap?
Comes to mind, like
you almost want to say Eminem, but it's like, shouldn't they be black? You
yeah,
almost
you
feel
wanna,
like the king of rock has to
You
be
want to
black.
say Eminem, and then you like think like Tupac, then you're like, was he actually that good?
I mean, he just died. I don't think he came out with much. Like, it's like Jimi Hendrix. Like, I think he could have came out with so much more studio for like 10 years or something like that before he died. Or 2 years.
Yeah.
So, like, people have a lot of potential.
Hey, do you know who the king of gospel music is, though?
Who?
Kanye.
Is he?
Probably. Hey, do you think gospel...
He probably said he was.
He probably did. He said, he's like, I'm the only one that makes gospel music. And they're like old, like...
Jesus help me. Yeah, where everyone's clapping. And then,
everyone come down to the river and let's get baptized.
And then someone just drops on the church floor and starts having a seizure.
Have you seen... I'll see if I can find... But have you seen the video? It's like this black preacher. He's like, you're repentance, and like fucking like does that, and like a bunch of people like fall over. You're repentance, and like fucking like does that, and like a bunch of people like fall over.
Oh my god! No, I seen one though where this guy is like, I used to be a sinner like you with all those homophobic ideas. I'ma cure you, son. He fucking puts his hand on his head. He's like, oh, and then fucking on his head. He's like, oh, and then fucking the guy's like, I ain't gay no more. Oh, that shit's fucking hilarious. Find it.
No, I'm looking for it. It's so funny though, cause like, so it's like this big ass like stadium looking thing, like stadium looking church, and he's like, you're revived, and like we'll do this, and then fucking they're like, do this, and then fucking they're like,
yeah, I've seen shit like that with like, you know, people who get like super into meditation,
yeah,
and then they're like, I can make a piece of paper move across the room. Like I had a friend who told me that like. We used to meditate together, which I think meditation's great, but some people make it... Who literally fucking blew over a deck of cards with his mind. I was like, yeah, I think that's bullshit. But like, there's one video of this guy using meditation, or you know, whatever psychic power he got from meditation, like pushing people over the... pushing people down.
Yeah.
Was that it?
No. I'm trying to find... It's like almost it, but...
I saw a thing that Fox News public in 12 days since he got his booster shot. Like, what? I was like, what a fucking thing that is like, we're going to make it seem like he died from the booster shot because we haven't, you know, no one's seen him. I'm sure someone's seen him, but... Fox News really likes to take that narrative. That's the thing that the opposite of Fox News is CNN. Because I can watch CNN and I can definitely see how it's biased. Because there are, you know, like, a lot of the stuff they say, like, oh, we're having these problems because of Republicans and stuff like that. I was like, okay, yeah, they're definitely biased. But then I watch Fox News and it's like automatically a baby rapist. It's like, man.
Well, I can't find it, but it's... Democrats.
You ever heard of Democrats? That was what I used to hear in high school. Cause I went to Bridge Creek, was real conservative there, so people would always call me a Democrat. And I feel like you're a Republican.
I feel like fucking most high schools in Oklahoma are like a Republican conservative.
Yeah, because it's kids who just fucking listen to their parents. Yeah, because it's kids who just fucking listen to their parents. Like that's the thing, as I think, and it's not even the good kind of Republicans, like the kind that, you know, it's like the kinds that are, you know, like, yeah, I think we should get rid of the 13th Amendment. It's like those I think we should get rid of the 13th Amendment. It's like those kind of Republicans.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. It's like the people that were like more like liberals on like in like high school were always like women that like didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah,
so I feel like that like didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah,
so I feel like that's why people like kind of see like, especially like younger people, that's why they see like liberals in like a bad light, you know.
Well, I think a lot of the younger generation kind of attaches themselves to the liberal identity. I mean, that's been happening since the 60s.
Yeah.
And you think about like everyone. I think like I remember I went to, like, it was hard for me to have friends in high school because I was liberal, but the fucking only other liberals were like my two friends who I think are probably... I know one of them turned into a Republican. The other one probably did too.
Yeah.
And then, like, just hated me because I fucking made so many fucking terrible jokes about women and shit.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, that's like what most... That's also why people think, like, liberals are sort of like crybabies, because, like, the most, like, young people see liberals are in high school, and they're always, like, girls that are like, women can do it too, and then they get, like, beat the fuck up. And it's like, no, you can't.
I mean...
And then they get, like, beat the fuck up. And it's like, no, you can't.
I mean, I kind of see, like, both sides. Like, my dad's really liberal, but my mom and her side of the family is really Republican, so I kind of get both sides of it. And I'm like, I get, like, some of it. Like, you know, I think about, like, some of the people I know personally, like, they take advantage of the government, like, welfare and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like, what I can see this person doing, they are definitely not... they're definitely not doing all they can, because, you know, like, government welfare should really be a thing that's like, okay, you're gonna work your ass off and then we're gonna still help you because and like haven't worked in forever and just get government checks and live off that. I'm like, you don't deserve that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have... There's nothing preventing you from getting a job other than the fact that they say shit like, jobs don't... Like, my boss doesn't understand me. I was like, you think I fucking like my boss?
Yeah.
But, you know, you hear a story about, like, this mom who fucking, you know, can barely hold on a job because she's paying for daycare and has, like, 8 kids and her fucking husband left her. It's like, yeah, she probably needs government support.
Yeah.
But I also knew another woman who literally was... I was like, I guess you don't want to encourage that.
I don't know. I've always thought I'm gonna marry my girlfriend just so, because FAFSA, if you get married, they'll give you like an extra $1,000.
Yeah, me and Ian talked about getting married for that perfect reason.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it can just be like a small, like, signed piece of paper just to prove that we're married.
Yeah, all you gotta get is a certificate.
Paper just to prove that we're married.
Yeah, all you gotta get is a certificate.
Yeah, that's all.
Or you could double up and marry a Mexican immigrant and have her family give you some money from Mexico, and you get the fast food benefits.
That's pretty solid.
But yeah, I know like a lot of people were getting married. I mean, not a lot, but some people were getting married just for the tax benefits of it. Getting married. I mean, not a lot, but some people were getting married just for the tax benefits of it. And I think some of it's like, if you live with somebody for so long, you're married in a way. Like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the state, like, you can be identified as married with somebody. Like, you can be identified as married with somebody just for living with them for so much time.
That'd be pretty good. I don't know. I've never like qualified for FAFSA, so.
You never qualified for FAFSA?
No,
not even for grants?
No, like literally.
Or I mean, not even for loans?
No, my fucking parents make too much.
For loans?
No, my fucking parents make too much.
So what, do you have to get private loans?
Yeah, yeah. I take them through my bank.
Fuck, I was like, I get, all my loans have been government, which, the first 2 years of college, I didn't have any loans. It was all grants and shit, and then my take out loans.
What do you like better, banks or credit unions?
Isn't Weoki a credit union? I heard they have better interest rates.
That's what
I
have.
So I think I would prefer credit union.
Yeah, I have Weoki. It's like no fees, and like, they're like, the interest rates are lower, but like, something's high.
Customer service.
No, credit unions have better customer service. I was talking to my girlfriend about this because she was like trying to switch banks, and she was Bank First.
I use RCB. That's my bank.
Banks compared to credit unions. So it's like so a credit union is definitely like a government like non-profit thing, and a bank is a for-profit. So bank fees will be higher, but the
Do credit unions help get your credit up?
Probably. I have like a 720.
Yeah, I have like a 620. But, I mean, I've also just started working on my credit this year.
Yeah, so banks' interest rates are usually lower for like bad credit.
Yeah, I had to get my mom co-sign on my truck.
But if you have it,
yeah, I had to get my mom co-sign on my truck.
But if you have good credit unions are lower interest rates.
Really? Yeah, my bank, I was trying to get a loan through for my truck, and they were going to charge me 17% interest on the loan.
Jeez.
And I was like, fuck. And then my mom co-signed, it was like 2% on the loan.
Jeez.
And I was like, fuck. And then my mom co-signed, it was like 2%.
Fuck.
I was like, man, that's bullshit. Because that just makes that'd make it way harder on you just for having bad credit.
Yeah, and then credit unions, there's less physical branches. It's all like online.
No.
Physical branches, it's all like online.
No. Let's see, we still got Elon Musk. The new news about him.
Yeah, shit, yeah. Let's try to wrap some stuff up here.
He just said, or I guess they're saying that the reason he was planning on donating that money from selling his stock is actually for tax reasons, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like he still is gonna find a way around it, even if it wasn't.
It's about the publicity. Because if you still donate money, you get to use that as a write-off on taxes.
Yeah,
that's why I don't ever donate when like I go to fucking places, and they're like, "Would you like to donate your change to those tax?"
Well, only time I do that is when like the change is like 98 cents, and then like so I'm like, I don't want the fucking 2 pennies. I'm like, take the 2 pennies. I don't give 2 shits.
Yeah, I don't know. I like pennies. Fuck. All right.
Jewish.
Let's finish this up because I gotta pee.
All right. So let's just quickly last.
Do that one. Should we just do heroin?
Let's just do heroin.
All right, heroin sounds good.
So heroin, one of the Oklahoma's biggest imports and exports.
Yeah.
I'd say.
It helps relax you.
Helps relax. Have you just been on like walking down like in Bricktown, and then some homeless guy offers you a needle?